I stand before you as a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a daughter whose father proudly served in this Congress. And I stand here before you today as the noblest of things, a citizen of the United States of America. With my voice and my vote, with a plea to all of you, Democrats and Republicans, I ask you to search your souls and answer these questions.
All right, let's bring in Tammy Bruce, Fox News contributor and president of the Independent Women's Voice. Good morning to you, Tammy.
Good morning, Steve.
Well, the reason we ran that soundbite is because about a week or two ago, we were talking about how Nancy Pelosi in the new Congress had a new non-gendered House rules. For instance, rather than say mother and father, you should say parent. Rather than aunt and uncle, say parent sibling. Rather than niece and nephew, siblings child. The intent was simply to be more inclusive with this new Congress. But apparently these changes only apply to rules, the rules document, and do not prevent the House members from using gendered language, which she clearly did yesterday.
Yes, well, look, but also, and this is great we're bringing this up because there are many things the Democrats are doing that they hope will go under the radar with all this other stuff happening. And this is important because it shows you what they're up to. It is just the rules document, but in that document and the attitude about it is that this is what you do if you really respect people. So what the intention is, of course, is that this filters into legislation. It filters into the nature of what's written, because if you don't write things this way, then you really don't respect people. The argument is for transsexuals and for others who are identify as non-binary. The fact of the matter is they erase everyone with this kind of an argument. You erase the argument that even transsexuals, go from one gender because they feel like the other gender. They don't feel like nothing. And the real core of this, I think, is really to strike at the family idea, because mothering, as an example, is a very specific thing that happens in life and within families. So is fathering. And the moment you tell the American people or put into the culture dynamic that there is no gender, which transsexuals and others don't say is the case, that what you do is you kind of strike at the core of the nature of family. And then, of course, that leads to striking at the core of faith. So this is what they call on the left a nudge. They nudge you into eliminating the idea that the individual exists. And, of course, with an entity, a party that has argued about the power of women and that they're the champion of women. And as you heard Pelosi say, talking about all of herself as, you know, her roles in life, you can't really do that. You can't argue for the success as an example of women because you're deconstructing them completely. And that's not what anyone wants, certainly not the gay community. And I would argue also not the transsexual community either.